And the MLB trade deadline has officially started. We got the first huge trade of the MLB deadline season. Trade talks, everything is going on. Nelson Cruz, the fine wine of hitters, is headed to the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays always make some moves. Sometimes they're getting rid of players. Sometimes they're adding them. This time they added one of the best bats in all of Major League Baseball. Granted, he is 41 years old. But this is one of the best hitters in all of baseball. Arguably the best DH. And the Tampa Bay Rays just added him. Now, it wasn't for a cheap price. They gave up two legitimate prospects in Joe Ryan and Drew Strotman, but the Rays just made a splash in the American League East. So of course, you know what we're gonna do here on the channel. I'm gonna go over this trade, both sides. What did the Rays get? What does it mean for them? What did the Twins get? What's it mean for them? And also this trade market, because this is a 41-year-old DH who just got traded for, and two legitimate prospects were given up there. Not to mention Nelson Cruz coming up on a contract year. So yeah, the trade market is going to be expensive this year. That is what we've learned from this first trade. Let's go ahead and break it down. But before I do get going into the meat of this trade, make sure to drop a like on the video if you're pumped for trade deadline season. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. All trade deadline long, I will be here covering the news. Click that sub button so you don't miss out. Get in the comment section down below. Immediate reaction. What are you thinking about the Nelson Cruz trade to the Rays? What do you think it means for them going forward? And make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Link is in the description. So yeah, I mean, Jeff Passan breaking the news. We got a Passan bomb here. And the immediate reaction, I was watching the morning show on Apple TV and I went, whoa, wow, this is big. This is news. We got to talk about this. I haven't done this in so long. It feels like, honestly, years since I've been able to talk about some actual news in Major League Baseball, but we've got it. Nelson Cruz traded from the Minnesota Twins to the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's talk about what this means for the Minnesota Twins first and foremost. Of course, the Twins are having a dreaded and awful season. Terrible. They're hovering around the basement in the AL Central. They got no shot at the playoff. This team is dead to rights. So what does this show that the Twins are doing? They're selling off. They're going to have a fire sale. I think anybody that could be traded might end up being traded by this Twins team this trade deadline season, especially if you're on an expiring contract. Will we see Jose Barrios? Will we see Kenta Maeda? That's still yet to be seen because those guys do have control. But I think if there is a good enough offer, the Twins will be looking to make a move here. And for Nelson Cruz, who honestly, I don't think his market was that competitive. I was shocked they got this much back for him. Let's talk about the lesser of the two prospects. First off, which is going to be Drew Strotman. Now, Drew Strotman is ranked 17th overall, has not yet gotten Major League Baseball time, but he's about MLB ready, and it's shown in his stuff. This year in 2021, he didn't play at all in 2020, of course, COVID season. He's made 13 appearances, 12 starts with a 3.39 ERA, a whip at 1.42, so that's a little higher than you'd like. He tends to have some walk issues, a little bit of command problems, but the stuff is there. He's got a nice fastball that sits in the mid-90s, a really good cutter, and a really solid slider. 3 legitimate pitches at a major league level, and then he's working on a curveball and changeup, which gives him 5 total pitches overall. If you're a Minnesota Twins fan, this is a guy who's close to MLB ready for a team that needs some pitching right now, who's probably going to be trading a lot of guys. He might be on the major league roster by the end of the season at some point this year because he is major league ready. You want to see what you got out of him. He's 24 years old. This is the time to see what Drew Strotman's got. He's got a big frame, good stuff. He's been a reliever for the most part, but he can definitely be a starter for the Twins. And then the big piece here is Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan's a legitimate prospect. 2018 taken in the 7th round by, of course, the Tampa Bay Rays. 6'2", 205. Got a really good fastball, really good slider. 2 solid pitches. Again, just like I said about Strotman. 2 very sorid pitches. Still working on that curveball, still working on that changeup, but that control is just infinitely better. And it shows in the numbers. In 12 appearances, 11 starts, 3.63 ERA, and a whip at .79. Opponents are hitting 175 against him this year at the AAA level. Another major league ready pitcher that the Minnesota Twins got for Nelson Cruz, who's 40 years old on an expiring contract, who's not doing anything for them this year. He's a DH. You got 2 real solid pitching prospects. You gotta love this move if you're a Twins fan. You don't love it because your team stinks this year, and it's only gonna get worse. But getting these 2 guys is gonna help you rebound quicker than you expected. Joe Ryan is a guy who has plus strikeout stuff. He's been striking out dudes at a super high rate in the minor leagues. This year, he has an 11.8 K per 9. His control's through the roof, 1.6 walks per 9, and he's not giving up hits, 5.3 hits. The home runs, you're gonna give them up in the minors. It's gonna happen because some of the parks are just not necessarily built for these kind of guys. But man, Joe Ryan's good. This is a really good move by the Twins. You flip Nelson Cruz into something. Now for the Tampa Bay Rays, this is also a fantastic move. Of course, we know the Rays are always loaded. That farm system is crazy. So yes, you're losing Joe Ryan, but they really didn't need him right now. And Nelson Cruz is something that they needed desperately. If you're looking in the American League stats, the Rays for right-handed hitters tied for 13th out of 15 in the American League for home runs by right-handed batters. They needed a right-hand bat desperately bad. Think of some of their best bats in that lineup. You got Randy, who's right-handed, and that's kind of it. Wander, switch hitter, of course. Austin Meadows, left-handed. G-Man Choi, left-handed. Zunino's right-handed. Brandon Lau, left-handed. Kevin Kiermaier, left-handed. Joey Wendell, left-handed. I mean, the list goes on and on. There is a lack of right-handed power in this lineup. And you add Nelson Cruz, which makes it a perfect spot for Nelson Cruz to land because he gives you that right-handed power that this Rays team has desperately needed. On the season so far, 294 average, 370 on base, 537 slugging, 907 OPS, 19 homers, 13 doubles, 50 RBIs on the season. He's even stole 3 bases. I can't even believe that. Doesn't really matter. 151 OPS plus. I mean, Nelson Cruz is raking. He is one of the best pure hitters in the game. Overall player, no, because he is a DH. He cannot play the outfield. He can't play first base. He can only hit. That is his entire purpose on this team, is to be a right-handed power bat. But the Rays needed this bad. I mean, just in general, I know their right-handed numbers aren't great. They're 9th in OPS for right-handed batters in the American League. But even in general, 9th in home runs, including all batters, 9th in OPS. This is a team that we know how good their pitching can be. We know their pitching is sick. But the offensive side at times can struggle. They can be a little strikeout heavy. They can be a little 3 true outcome heavy. Getting a guy like Nelson Cruz here, who, yes, crushes home runs and gets on base at a high rate while also hitting 290 is a huge move. The Rays have been linked to Nelson Cruz for years. You thought they might have got him on the free agent market. You thought they were maybe going to get him in a trade before. Nope, they finally made the move here to get Nelson Cruz, who's not only one of the best hitters in the game, but one of the best clubhouse guys too. He has the experience, not that the Rays need it, but it's even more. That's the veteran leadership that can help lead these teams to next levels. And right now, the Rays are 1 game out of the lead in the American League East behind the Red Sox, who are going to be making moves, of course. This is a great way to get your trade deadline started. It's a big move. I love this move by the Tampa Bay Rays. I love this move by both sides here. The Twins aren't going anywhere. You got 2 legitimate pitching prospects. The Rays are in contention to be a World Series contender, and they added one of the best right-handed bats in baseball to a lineup that desperately needed it. And even without a good right-handed bat, is still only 1 game out of first in the AL East. Huge move. Insane. And now that I'm looking at it, they actually just added Joe Ryan and Strotman to the Twins organization, to their pipeline. Joe Ryan moves to 6 in the Twins, and Drew Strotman moves to 13. Really good move by both sides here. I love what the Rays are doing. I love what the Twins are doing. This shows us, though, that the trade deadline market is going to be crazy. This is what the Twins were able to get back for Nelson Cruz. What are they going to want for Jose Barrios? What are they going to want for Kenta Maeda, Byron Buxton, Josh Donaldson? Anybody on that team is available, I think, right now. What are they going to want? Because, oh my goodness, you got these 2 legit pitchers back for Nelson Cruz. The trade market is screwed. Teams are going to be giving up a ton. Max Scherzer's available. Imagine what you could get for him. So I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Who do you think won this trade? The Tampa Bay Rays, the Minnesota Twins? What are your thoughts and opinions? Let me know in the comments down below. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you trade deadline season. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc, links in the description. And that's where I'm wrapping up today's video. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video. Bye!